Guys, so today I ranked all the Minecraft weapons in a tier list from worst to best. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Goodbye. Okay guys, so you guys saw the thumbnail, you saw the intro. We're going to be ranking every single Minecraft weapon from the worst to the best, but in a tier list. So let's go. Okay, so some of these weapons I never use, so that's why there's another reuse here. So I'm just gonna go in order. So anvil, it does a lot of damage, but why? I mean, there's so many other ways you could use, like you could attack, so I'm gonna go with I never use this. It's just pointless because you can never it's like it costs so much, it's inefficient. Yeah, definitely. Now is axe. Now axe is going in the best tier because in my opinion, don't cancel me in the comments, axe is better than sword in combat. Because it what's it called? You can do better crits. It's just overall better. Now I don't know why tools are here, but let's just move on. So bed. Bed is an okay thing to use. It's not like never use or bad tier, because truly I have used beds sometimes in PvP, like with the end and with the nether. So I'm gonna go okay tier. It's definitely not good, but it's almost bad, but still it's very, you know what, I'm gonna go good because you can actually do a lot of damage with that. Yeah, and it's quite easy to craft. Next up is a bow. Now bow is good tier. It's not quite the best tier, but it's still a classic, you know, the bow. Yeah, it's overall just very good. Now what's not good is cactus. So, here's what I have a problem with. Cactus, I mean, it does damage, but it does like half a heart. And if your opponent has armor, you're going to be doing no damage. So, it's just not good. I haven't used it, so I'm going to go with never used. Next up is campfire. I don't know who would use this in combat, but it's just bad. I have used it like once. It's just not good, honestly. So yeah, campfire. Cobwebs. Now cobwebs are okay. They're pretty useful in combat if you want the enemy to slow down. So yeah, it's overall not that great, but still. Next up is crossbow. Now crossbow is between the best and good tier. I'm gonna rank it good tier just because of the loading time. But with quick charge, it's almost unstoppable. So yeah, I don't know why dispensers here. I mean, you can throw like bow, arrows, and potions. But I've never used it in combat personally. But yeah, so that's why I'm gonna put it in never used here. Next up is eggs. Now eggs are good if you want to throw somebody like off somewhere, like a mountain or like a tall mountain. So it's bad. I've used them before, so it's kind of bad. But like at least snowballs are easier to get, in my opinion. Next up is end crystals. Now I have used these, but it's so it costs so much money so many materials to buy. I can't rank it bad tier, but I also can't rank it okay. I'm just going to rank it bad tier. It's not that good. Next up is ender pearls. I don't know how these are a combat form of combat, so I'm just going to put them in never used here. Next up is rockets. Now rockets do some damage, but again, they're not that easy to craft. I mean, actually, they're kind of easy, but still, like on a large scale, not that much. So I'm gonna put them in bad tier. Next up is fishing rod. Fishing rod is actually pretty good in combat, but it's between okay. It's not quite bow tier, but it's also not quite cobweb. I'm just gonna put in okay. It's almost good, but it's okay. Flint and Steel, Flint and Steel. Flint and Steel is good tier. I use Flint and Steel a lot in combat, so that's what makes it really good. So yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna throw all the tools in, never used tier, except for pickaxe. I mean, I've used it, but, I mean, it's a pickaxe. I mean, I only use it if I'm in, like, extreme situations and I don't have, like, a sword or axe. So, yeah. Next up is Lava Bucket. Now, Lava Bucket is okay tier. It's pretty useful, but it's not that useful. Again, Magma Block. Again, same thing with the Cactus. It doesn't do that much damage. I mean, it does more damage than the Cactus, but still not that much. So we have Crossbow Rocket. Now this one's a tough one for me because I've used it and it's actually very OP, like more OP than the axe. But again, it's like you have to craft a crossbow, then you have to craft rockets. And you can blow yourself up if you're not trying to do anything, if you're not being careful enough. So I'm going to put it in okay tier. Still, it's pretty good. Next up is Shield. Now, Shield is easily, I use shields every single time I'm in combat. So, me personally, I'm putting it in the best tier. Very good. Next up, we have Snowballs. Now, Snowballs, for me, is good tier. I really think Snowballs are semi-easy to get. And, they're just so useful in combat, especially for fighting blazes. Next up, I don't know what this potion is, but, I know this one's poison. So, let's put poison in, it's okay tier. It's good, but it's not, like, bow tier. Fire Charge. I never use this item. Like, never. It's so bad. You have to just craft so much. And all for just one use. I think it's one use. I'm not sure, but I think it's one use. So, yeah, overall, just a bad item. Next up is this potion. Now, I'm going to assume this potion is Potion of Harming. Which, it's good. In fact, it's good tier. It's very good, but, not, I think this is, weakness. Weakness? Instant damage. Instant damage is easily good tier. Same thing with, harming. Next up is Sweetberry. Again, it's like the Cactus and the, Magma, except it's worse here because you have to let it grow. But one good thing about it is that it's kind of like the Cobweb where you're a little bit slowed down in it. So I'm going to put it in bad tier. Yeah. Next up is Sword. This one's a bit of a tough one for me because I use Sword a lot, but I use Axe more. But for me personally, I'm still going to put Sword in the best tier. It's really good. Next up, we have TNT. TNT is a very good, but the thing holding it back for me is that it takes time to, explode. I'm sure there's a ways to get around that, but for me personally, it's okay. Next up is Trident. Now, Trident is very good. It's not quite bow tier unless you have loyalty. So again, I'm putting it in okay tier. It's very good, but just not that good. Now, Water Bucket. It's good for slowing enemies down and MOGing, but that's about it. So for me personally, I'm putting it in okay tier. Not the best. Next up is Wither Rose. Now, if there was a tier below never used tier, this would be there. Because this is such a trash item to use. I don't even think anybody uses this. Like, straight up, nobody uses this. So yeah. Now it's time to rank stuff. Yay. So obviously Wither Rose at the straight up bottom. So then for me, I don't think ender pearls are usable, so I'm just gonna put that there. Then for me, it would be cactus, because cactus is not good, but yeah. Next up for me, it would be the hoe, just because I think it does less damage than the shovel. Then obviously shovel. Then I'd go dispenser. Then I'd go anvil. Then fire charge. Okay. Now for me, the sweetberry bush is in last place. Then it's gonna be for me personally campfire, just cause. Then next I'd go pickaxe, then firework, then end crystal, then firework, then egg. Okay. Next up is the okay tier. Now, I think I know what this is gonna be. So, cobweb. This is tough because water is not that useful in combat, but useful for MLGing and slowing people down. So for me personally, water bucket is a must-have, but I'm still gonna put it in. What's it called? Okay, this is where it gets hard for me. So, me personally, I'm gonna put poison there just because. What occasion do you often use poison? I just don't know. Next up is cobweb. I love to say I use it every single time, but I don't. So yeah, cobweb there. Next up, I'll go fishing rod, just because it's not that useful, but it's still pretty useful. So next up, I would, in my personal opinion, I don't use firework rockets that much, so firework rocket crossbows, so there. Then lava, just because I don't use it. Actually, no. I'd say TNT, then lava, then trident. Because trident is very useful. So harming and insta damage. So let's just say this red one is harming, this black one is insta damage. Harming is a little worse than insta damage, so I'm gonna put that there. Actually, snowball here, just because snowball is not that useful, but it's still very useful. Next up, we have the bed. Now this one's tough for me because I use bed, but I don't use it that much. So yeah, that's going there. Then I'd say how it is right now. Is flint and steel better than those? Unfortunately, no, because yeah. I actually think crossbow is a little better than regular bow. It does more damage. And if you have a super OP crossbow, you're just destroying every single enemy. Oh, my fishing rod. Okay, there we go. Next up, I think, for me personally, it's gonna have to be sword, last place, shield, then axe. Because axe is my personal favorite. It's so useful. So yeah, there we have it. My ranking of every Minecraft weapon. Yeah, although I wouldn't consider some of these weapons, but still. Leave a comment down below if they're turned on. Then comment on another video saying what you think is your most favorite weapon out of all of these. So I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.